You're logged on to YouStreamRadio.com, bringing you the finest independent music and urban talk radio. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get this thing going.
Your boy Jay Jackson. Welcome to another episode of YouStream Radio Recap with my girl, the hottest host in the world, Craig. Low-key. What's going on, Low-key?
What's going on there, everybody? Hello, happy Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras.
Hey. I know what y'all saying. Yeah, I dug in the crates. Shouts out there to my man, on Turn Up Tuesdays, what we do on YouStream Radio. We pick a request, out there. They send us a request. Make sure you get it out to our group page, YouStreamRadio.com. Let us know what you want to hear. That was raw bass. He chose You Got the Time. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I was sitting there listening like, wait a minute.
hey, that's what they pick. Whatever you pick, we're gonna try. There's a lot of songs. Get it in there to us early. We'll try to dig out there, find it as crazy as it may be. We'll go ahead and pick one of those picks, mix it in the indies. Hey, that's what we do. We try to get you the latest and the greatest. Man, Turned Up Tuesdays, low key. What's going on with it?
Oh, man, I'm just trying to get it today. Trying to chill with this Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras all over the place.
Oh,
happy holidays!
Woo! Let me tell you my experience. I was down there this weekend. Hashtag never turn down. Make sure y'all send y'all pics out there for the Mardi Gras 2014. Man, it was off the chain. We went down there with, I got to give shots out there to them. I took a lot of trips down to Mardi Gras the past couple of years. But Travel Divas, make sure y'all look them up on Facebook. They gave a real good trip. I mean, hey, they had the liquor, the 1800, there's Ciroc, Cavassier, they had it all. Grand Marnier. Man, they just had the bus turned up, man. Hey, I bought my own drinks, but I didn't have to drink nothing. I mean, make sure y'all look them up. Cheap trips, they always planning things. Man, wait till y'all see the footage that we got out there. If y'all ever been to Mardi Gras,
I cannot wait.
I think everybody low-key need a Mardi Gras. I think they need to make it a law. They need to make it a law that everybody have a purge. I mean, you can sit there with your drinks. We chit-chat with the police drinks. People out there smoking. It just was turned up, people butt-naked, directing traffic. Yeah, I know, butt-naked, directing traffic. Yep.
I need to see a little bit of that.
Oh,
speaking of the smoking,
Grandmama's doing a stanky leg. Yeah, Grandmama's out there doing a stanky leg in the middle of the streets. It's off the chain. I think every state need it. Man, it definitely turned up. Make sure y'all check it out. Hey, send us your pics to YouStreamRadio.com. Make sure you hit up Lowkey93 or Instagram. Send us some of your crazy stuff for Fat Tuesday throughout this week. Or, you can always hit your boy Jay Jackson World at Instagram. Or, make sure you hit us up on YouStreamRadio.com. Send us what you got. We're going to post this thing out there, talk about it, chop it up. Man. Talk about legal.
Yeah, man.
I get into it.
Legal.
I want to talk about legalizing. What you got for me, low-key?
Man, look. Hold on. I have some information for the state of GA. Well, it looks like they're passing a medical marijuana law in the state of Georgia.
Hey, what? Oh, yeah, they need to do that.
But just like a lot of the other states, it's medical marijuana, which means you have to have the card and all the good stuff, and you can go and you can buy it legally. But, just like the other states, is a technicality with the federal. So I got a little bit of thing I was Googling around here, and I wanted to check some things out. So here's this disclosure. Okay. In the United States, there's about 20 states plus. This is how they word it. 20 states plus the District of Columbia have enacted laws to allow people to use medical marijuana with a doctor's recommendation. 2 of those states Colorado, and Washington have legalized marijuana for recreational use. Marijuana is still illegal. Marijuana is still illegal under the federal law. But the Justice Department said it will no longer, or I should say the Justice Department said it will not challenge states' marijuana laws as long as they do not run counter certain federal enforcement priorities, such as selling pot to minors. So they're kind of putting a stipulation on the age of what you can purchase for as far as recreational use versus medical marijuana. But right now, here in the ACL, which is in the state of Georgia, they have passed it as far as the state is. But the federal, it's such a gray line. It's like we have the state and the federal that come out your paycheck. But what exactly do you do? Why aren't we working together? Like, aren't we in the same country? You take it out of my check, you take it out, and no matter what I get, you make sure you get that tax. Whether I go buy a loaf of bread, you're going to make sure you get that federal and state tax. So why is it that you can't work together as far as when you guys pass laws that it's legal in the state, but it's not legal federal? It's such a great line. It's about to get bananas in A.
Yeah, they want to, you know what I think? I think, low-key, they want to still keep the money flowing in both ways. So if they keep it like that, that way, that gray line, they still can get you with all types of, like, taxable laws and, you selling and distributing versus having this license. And, some people, they'll let them go. But the big fish, the people that's going to really try to make some money or try to grow their own or do their own thing as an entrepreneur, they are the people they're going to target. I don't think, like, as time go on, don't go out there now, man, and go get the pound and ride around and be smoked out low. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. But I think, having out there recreational use, they might be a little lenient, maybe a little lenient than they may have in the past. I don't know. I wouldn't chance it. Let it go in a little bit, and hey, I'm interested in seeing how this law flows. What you think?
I'm very interested to see how it flows out. I'm gonna let it massage into the brain for a little bit. Let it get into the system, and let's see how they try to pull this one. Because, just like you, I'm sure you've known plenty of people who've gotten locked up for minuscule amounts of, the vegetables there. So it's like for it to now be legal. It's the jobs of, the police, I should say, are running circles like in a hamster wheel because they're like, okay, it's legal here, it's illegal here, I don't know what I do, it's going to be a hot mess because bottom line, like you said, it's a money thing. So the government has always been trying to figure out what they can make money off of and what they can't. You realize that's a very good revenue income off of marijuana, especially when you have those sick kids out there looking crazy with their parents. Not to say that, something's wrong with your children, but I should just say when you have those parents out there with their kids and their kids are sick and they're saying, oh, this is what's helping them, that's what's been pushing forward the bill. But yet alcohol is legal and all these prescription drugs that these kids are taking from their parents' cabinets is legal. And they want to fight against something that goes out the ground, and all the other stuff is fan-made crazy.
Well, we'll get into that a whole nother time. You got to understand something, little kid, and then we can move on. That right there is taxable. These are items that they were able to maneuver, work with the FDA, get taxable laws, national and international laws, to be able to be passed so they can regulate. So, once they get a handle on that, trust me, they wouldn't care who gets it because, they don't care about drinking and smoking. As long as they're able to tax things, they'll be okay. Now, speaking of tax.
Wait.
I got a rap riddle for you. You got
a rap riddle?
Rap
What's
riddle.
The rap riddle?
All right. What do you call a dumbass rapper with a lot of money? Give up.
Yeah, I'm
Give up. Okay. Well, it's obvious. Just to put it out there, the rap riddle is Lil Wayne. I gotta say this. Lil Wayne, 12 sources saying that Lil Wayne is $12 million back I'm about to say child support, in taxes. $12 million in back taxes. I mean, I don't know what's going on, Young Money. I mean, man, you got Tiger, what last week we talked about, he bought a mummy. What's going on, Young Money?
It's like this. They make so much money. The accountants aren't keeping up. And, I mean, at this point, they're not going to end up in jail. They're not going to be running out of the country hiding for extradition over taxes. They have made so much money at this time, he could pay that $12 million and be done. It's just unfortunate that it got so high. And the only reason, it's like with certain states, they won't turn your utilities off until the bill gets like $5,000. They'll let you keep running up that bill. You mean to tell me somebody didn't notice when the first 100,000 was back? You waited till 12 million? Really? I don't know any regular person that can get away with not filing their taxes after 2 years.
Let you put 1 or 2 dependents on your taxes. They won't be in your ass.
He's back in 12 million. Like, whatever, dude. Y'all can't catch him on nothing else. He served his time for other stuff. Now you're talking about some taxes. He's like, man, here, I can swipe my card and pay that. So I beat it.
I strongly suggest it, man. Don't let them take you down for that. I mean, like Biggie said, with the 10, let's say the 10 tax commandments. The 10 tax commandments. Never let nobody know how much dough you hold. That's the same rule applies. Because stop throwing your money up in the air. Stop saying how much money you got. And maybe these guys won't be so far on you in getting this amount of money, because I'm pretty sure it's maybe a little more. They can't catch it, but hey, good luck
because
to
you know,
them,
bottom line, those are called donations. If I go to the strip club and I toss up whatever, I am donating to the cause of lesser. I'm helping support the cause for this $20 for this lap dance. I am writing that off. Yes, mine is just $20. I was at such and such club. Put that into my expenses as donations. Let's keep it moving. They only got because bottom line, like when you do tours and when you go into clubs and you do all those extra things outside of what the label is paying you from you actually doing your commit for your contract is all your money. And that's what they pissed off about. It's because they can't figure out how to tax that, because that's extra income. That's outside of the obligation. You can't figure to put a number on what that is. So the only thing they can do is tax what they have as the viable income, which is off of what is written in contract, what he does or whoever does for their actual making their album.
Exactly.
Like you said, when they out there throwing their money, that is because they just got paid whatever amount of money they got paid to be here, and they could take that same money that they went in the back and got and toss it in the air. Yeah, you're damn right.
That's why I say pay low key. That's why I say pay your taxes. Pay them. I mean, because you're making so much money on the road, they can't track it. So the books that they can track, give them their daggone money before them boys be trying to, you don't want to do a Wesley Snipes. Or, Chris Tucker
I was trying not to, that's why I said leave the country.
Leave the country, that's
but he has a good residual
income.
income. He's going to knock this out and pay. They're not about to get him for no taxes like they did 20, 30 years ago, or like you said, with like the Wesley Snipes situation.
Yeah,
he just hasn't been doing any current movies to pay that off.
We got to come up with a couple more hits. I got to say that. I don't know what the last round. But
hey, that's what it's called.
Keep pushing. He's strong on tour. Keep pushing. And I want to get, speaking of relevant, I want to get into the story about 50, Steve Stout, their beef, what goes on. I don't know if you heard about it, but we're going to go into it. We're going to take a little quickie break, go into this quick song right here, and then we're going to go ahead and come back to that. Is that cool with you, Low Key?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, your boy Jay Jackson, Low Key. YouStreamRadio recap, of course, brought to you by Cashland Apparel. It's your boy D-Boy. Let's get this money on YouStreamRadio.com. Let go. And that's the lovely journey, that OG freestyle. Make sure you check out that new project coming soon, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, it's going to be off the hook. I'm going to tell you, she got some skills, man. She got some dudes out here. I got to give it to her. Golly. Off the chain. Bottom line. Hey, now, if y'all just joining us, we was getting into, low-key, I didn't know if you heard about it, Steve Stout, 50 Cent beef that's going on that they had and everything. Did you hear anything about it?
No, I haven't heard anything so far about it.
Wow. Well, you know who Steve Stout is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, for y'all that don't know out there, you know, if I can use a term, if I can find, Steve Stout to me is like the male Wendy Williams. The male Wendy Williams. Everybody want to kick his ass. I mean, but to me, he put out his opinion. Everybody want to kick, Jay-Z put that thing in him, but everybody want to kick his ass from voicing his opinions, sometimes being real abrasive with his interviews and stuff that he put out there. But this is what happened. He recently had an interview with, he sat down with Angie Martinez from Hot 97. And, she was going over some different things about some of the things he had in the past. He did an interview before where he had some controversy with, and this is a topic that I think was kind of interesting. He said, right now, Angie Martinez, who do you think right now, and I'll ask you the same question, who do you think have access to $5 million in the rap business that can be able to get $5 million right now? Everybody talking, but who can just get $5 million access right now in the business? If you can name a good couple of people.
Like, do they have to be artists or business people?
Yeah, let's just say artists. Let's say rap artists. They have $5 million right now. They can put their hands on it, pull it out, I don't know, pull it in the bathtub, throw it in your beard, wiggle in it, make it rain, I don't know, whatever it may be. Who
I would say Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, okay.
Ice Cube. I just had another one that fell out my head fast. Right when he was saying name top 3, I would think Ice Cube definitely have it. I would even say Snoop. Or Snoop Lion, okay. Whichever he wants to be today.
I was going to ask you, Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion?
Right. Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion. Shit, I would just throw the whole Dr. Dre camp in there. Only because, and I would just put the side note stipulation, only because they have more hands in different pots.
Absolutely. I got to give you that, but you can't leave out powerhouses like Jay-Z or, I don't know if I want to, I would say Jay-Z. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say like someone like Pharrell or Puffy, definitely Puffy, can put their hands on $5 million, no questions asked. And pull it out. A couple of artists took offense to that. A lot of artists took offense when he couldn't name a lot of people. Of course, he threw out Jay-Z. He don't want that thing in his gut no more. But no, I think Jay-Z can pull $5 million along with Pharrell and some other artists. But artists like Cameron and Jim Jones and Switch Beats, I think Switch Beats can pull it now. Be able with Alicia Keys, definitely. But
I think he can pull it maybe even without Alicia Keys. I mean, because he was established beforehand.
Yeah, I think they're a powerhouse company. All shots goes out. Because behind the scenes, them beats that money added up. So I mean, I think when he did this interview, Steve Stout, he was talking, a little early in his career, and a lot of people took offense, even though they were saying they were millionaires at the time. He was saying they wasn't. They don't have access to this money. So that was a big controversy thing, and they later talked a little more about who is his top 5 most influential rappers in in the business right now? Well, when I say rappers, let's say hip hop. He wanted to say in hip hop, who's the most influential top 5 people in hip hop right now? And that can be, I ain't say the best rapper. I said the most influential rapper. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you can name top 5, what would you name?
I will go back.
Just off the top. It don't have to be in order. No orders. Just name top 5 people.
Over the top, I will go back with Ice Cube because, he definitely has reestablished himself like he's really out there. I'll even say Ice-T.
Okay.
Because they both was very controversial rappers when they came out, and now they have they both play police in shows and movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Jay-Z because Jay-Z has put the suit on and showed the business aspect of what hip-hop can be.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw 50 in there because 50 as well has showed, he throws the suit on and shows what kind of deals he can make. I mean, he did a really good deal when he got that, that quarter water. That's what we call it in New York, and made 300 million off of it. You can't knock it. And shit, I like Russell Simmons. I'm always toss him in some way, shape, or form because he was like the best and the biggest hustler. I mean, he took his brother and his boys and made a powerhouse label called Def Jam. And it's because of that he has been able to influence worldwide the influence of hip-hop. So I'm always going to talk about Russell Simmons here and there because his influence has definitely been a major part of hip-hop. Because if he didn't take a chance, we wouldn't have hip-hop.
So would you call Russell Simmons like the Martin Luther King of hip-hop?
I guess because he's so peaceful and blue,
he's so
like
peaceful.
Right now.
He's into yoga,
It's amazing how, you live the best part of your life, like the worst things that you can do, and then turn around and be like like a pastor or a reverend.
Reverend Ron. You
get your calling what you get your calling, so I'm not going to knock it. But I definitely will put Russell Simmons in my top because I definitely feel like sometimes when he speaks, it's just people listen.
I think you got a solid list, though. I mean, along with a couple of other people, and like I said, it's in no order because I guess you can't give a top 5 without giving a top 10. But just the name, like you said, you got to put Russell in there. You got to put Jay-Z in there. You got to put Dre in there because he influenced the music, the beats he brought over the West Coast. He inspired you really to listen to that West Coast music, that sound, that whole G-funk type. I mean, even though it was out there, he was the one that televised it and made you know about it.
Yeah.
And you have other people, myself, I got to put Puffy in there. These artists made you change your dress code, made you do things that you wasn't able to do, and they took rap to the next level. What I mean by that, hip hop, they were able to take the music. I mean, listen, hear me out. I'm not talking about lyrically. We're not talking about here we go with this. I'm not talking about lyrically because I know NY about to come all out, and what I'm saying is you got to think about it. All right, let's talk about this. Even though there's a lot of people that you don't like, some of these people was like 50. 50 had people working out. I mean, you hear that in the club, he had you out there pumping weights, doing whatever, like crazy stuff. I mean, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Niggas walking around with tight muscle shirts on, thinking they, guts sticking all out. I mean, hey, it's whatever. I mean, but other artists, Dre and them, the music that they brought, I mean, hey, they had drive just like Ice Cube. These people had powerful influences over the rap game. from the way they dress to the way they carry themselves to the way they talk. And they made you do it like them. And that's what I mean by that, the influence on the music. Now, speaking of which, because I didn't want to lose the subject matter, Steve Stout, guess what? Left. He mentioned Kanye West. He mentioned Jay-Z. He mentioned Pharrell. Up-and-coming Pharrell, because Pharrell has had people change, into that skateboard life, inspiring people like Lil Wayne and all of them, Kid Cudi, just to name a few out there, listening to this, and being able to be out there with it and being proud of who they are and bringing it to the rap game. He gave them that, with the whole nerds thing, open that door. Even though that ain't your stilo, that he did have, some type of inspiration around, nationwide and global. Let's say global, because he's over in other places, but just on a small scale. Now, 50 was left out, and the reason why Steve Stout left 50 out, and he said that 50 has not made a hit in a long time. He said 50, the last hit that 50 made was I Get Money, I Got Money. And 50 was pissed. Yes, he was pissed about it. He said that 50 used excuses about his record deal, and hopefully by him coming out of the deal that he had, that he can finally not use that as an excuse and put out some good quality music. 50 approached him at a basketball game, and pretty much got in his ass and everything. You can see the look. Y'all can go to my Instagram, Jay Jackson Road. He thought it was still coming to him. Or go to Facebook, look at the pictures yourself. You tell me what y'all think. He was shook, but I understand. A lot of people don't understand the strategy of 50. It's signed to the big labels. They want you to put out a lot of these albums. You don't want to give them all this because it's different things that you want to do. A lot of people are saying that 50 was over, that he can't do it like he used to do it. I disagree. I think that 50 putting these type of projects out just to get over with his deal, which he's over with now, to make sure that he put, because 50 can choose a target, and in this business rap game right now, there's plenty of targets, plenty of them.
They're standing still. They're not even moving.
They're not even moving, and at any moment, 50 can choose a target and just knock him, blow him out the water with no problem. He have enough money. He have enough. He's real, talented when it comes to the skits and the putting together different things. The boy's a nut when it comes to that. But, at the same time, he can still hold his own. You got to give him that. So I'm interested in seeing what 50 going to bring to the table when he come out independent and just to shut the haters up. But I don't think that he should have approached Steve Stout. I think that he should have just fell back like a Jay-Z and just showed the people. Because now they put too much pressure on what he can bring to the table,
I don't think it's going to put much thought into his mind, because he is talented, and I don't know what they're talking about since that was his last, what they figure, maybe that was his last time he actually put out his own personal album. But he's definitely been on other stuff. He's been doing 100 other things going on that's not even acknowledged. So
absolutely.
They have to look at the bigger picture sometimes. Sometimes you just can't look at what you see. You have to look at what you're not seeing.
Exactly. And to me, when 50 bring out music, 50 use music to promote something that he owns or he's about to endorse. Or, and the thing is, he chooses music like Jay-Z very carefully to make money. He just don't put out a bunch of songs with no substance behind it. He's going to be promoting, marketing something, or pushing to endorse something. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he got. I don't know. Y'all finish y'all comments, concerns. Let us know what you think. You can always hit Low Key up on Instagram or at lowkey93. Hit me up Instagram, J Jackson World, or you can always hit us up on a group page that's YouStreamRadio Certified on Facebook. Send us some of that crazy stuff y'all send us, some of them crazy pics, Your opinions, whatever you think. We want to talk about it, chop it up, or make sure you call us 347-945-6093. And you know we can always get it in. Your boy Jay Jackson and Low Key. Hey, Low Key, we're about to get out of here. Any last quick words before we give them the peace, the deuces?
Man, you said a mouthful. Anything that you want to talk about, just hit us up. You can contact me once again, Lowkey93 on Instagram, on DJ Lowkey93 on Facebook or on Twitter. Let me know what your topics are. Let me know what you're talking about.
Hey, this is your boy Jay Jackson, Low Key. It's the YouStreamRadio recap. Hey, see.
If you're on YouTube, click the like button. Here at YouStreamRadio, we bring you exciting programming absolutely free of charge. Log on to YouStreamRadio.com today. Thank you for listening, y'all.